As we wind down here and conclude this year's Jury Verdict Awards ceremony, we have two very special Trial Lawyer Excellence Awards for lifetime achievement. This award recognizes individuals whose body of work as a trial lawyer has left a substantial contribution to the practice and administration of law. As with all of our awards, we focus on balance, recognizing excellence on both sides of the aisle, plaintiff and defense. We will hear some details about their careers in a moment. Our two recipients are, by all accounts, outstanding trial lawyers with exceptional trial records on behalf of their clients. They each founded their own firms, where they provided the kind of practical training and mentorship that is really rare today. So when we think of their body of work, we consider the legacy of great trial lawyers that they have nurtured and developed. To their juniors, their careers serve as both an inspiration and a challenge. As John said to me when he and I were talking about these awards, when you look at all that they have accomplished in the glare of daylight, it's clear: excellence. Our first Lifetime Achievement Award for a defense attorney goes to Lenard Swanson.
It's a pleasure to hand this to you. Yes, you do, absolutely.
Do you want me to put that group photo that you had?
Pardon?
Do you want that group photo?
Oh. It's different. My wife keeps telling me to be brief, but I don't know of any lawyer that's ever too brief. I'd like to thank the jury verdict reporter, the staff, the law bulletin, for the wonderful job that they do in putting all of our names in lights. I think we all like to read the jury verdict reports even after we've gone through the agonies of many weeks of trial. So I think we ought to join together and say thank you to the jury verdict reporter. I'm especially honored to be receiving this tonight alongside Phil Corboy. When I was just starting out, Phil Corboy was already a legend of the trial bar. Many years ago, I think back in the 1980s, the Wall Street Journal chose to write a series of 2 articles on the best trial lawyers they could find. And it's not surprising that even though they could have selected others who were very well known, men like Jim Dooley, Leonard Ring, Matt Osmond, to name a few, they chose Phil Corboy. And I would like to personally add my congratulations to him for his award. On the defense side, they chose a man that I consider probably the best defense lawyer the city has ever had, Max Wildman. Max was a brilliant lawyer, an astute businessman, a friend, a mentor, and a teacher, and a founder of the firm of Wildman, Harold, Allen, and Dixon. He died a couple months ago at the age of 91. He will always be remembered by those of us who had the privilege to practice with him. I was proud to be his partner for almost 20 years. It was mentioned that I was a founder of Swanson, Martin & Bell, and that is partially true. Without Kevin Martin, Brian Bell, Kay Schichtel, Larry Helms, George Fitzpatrick, Stan Boychuk, Dave Cahill, and Joe Schweitzer, there would be no Swanson, Martin & Bell, and I'm deeply appreciative of the fact that when the time came for us to do our own thing, they willingly joined and have made a very successful and prosperous firm. I'd like to thank my family, most of all. My partner, my wife of 48 years, Grace, my son, Steve, she's really much younger than I am. My son, Steve, who for some odd reason, crossed over to the dark side this past year and is practicing on the plaintiff side of things here in Chicago. My daughter Jenny, who just arrived from Syracuse, where she teaches sociology, and my daughter Elizabeth, who teaches architecture at the University of Kentucky. They have given me all their love and support and encouragement for many, many years. I have to confess, though, there was another woman in my life, and I want to thank her also. My longtime secretary, who kept me on the straight and narrow for many, many years, and is now trying to do the same thing for Manny Sanchez, my secretary, Belle Garcia. So, thank you all for coming, and Mr. Kirkton, thank you for this award.